Yes, my name is Jessica Owens, and I'm giving a speech on euthanasia. Euthanasia is immoralist and really disrespectful to all patients. Euthanasia is the act of knowingly and willingly helping a patient or also leading the patient to their death. More like, I'm already terminally ill with cancer and there's nothing else a doctor can do for me. But I choose to let that doctor know, can he help me in any way to end my life any quicker? Or the doctor knows on his own that my life is terminally ill and he will slow up the process or fasten up the process to my death. I feel that euthanasia is an unnormal thing. Death is really coming for all of us, regardless whether I don't care who you are on this earth, you will die sometime or another. I feel like that process is always going to happen, so why not let it happen when it happens? There are different types of euthanasia. Passive euthanasia is like if I'm sick and I tell you that I don't want to hurt anymore, I don't want any more pain, so you withdraw my drug so you know that I'm going to die anyway in the long run, just a little bit quicker than I would have died with the medication. Active euthanasia is taking specific steps to cause the patient to die, like overdose or just taking out the feeding tube, or just active. You're willing to help and encourage me to want to die at the same time. Physician assisting suicide. Patients request the action. So it's more like I request you to take the action for me to die. More like life support or feeding tube or any medication that I need, but you won't help them give it to me. Involuntary euthanasia. That's totally without me as a patient, the consent. I have no consent that you're going to eventually just let me die instead of giving me treatment or anything like that. The euthanasia dates way back to the Hippocratic Oath. Now, when most physicians make that oath, they have to make this statement because they have to read this. To please no one will I prescribe a deadly drug, nor give advice which may cause his or her death. Now, with that statement, you made that oath. Why would you sit there and just let a person die or encourage them to die? No, I don't think anyone really should be afraid of death, but it probably will happen. But I don't think anyone wants to really rush the process. Euthanasia, its history, more like 300, 400 BC, with some kind of the latest history since the 19th century. Euthanasia has sparked debates all over the world, especially in North America and Europe. In 1828, the first anti-euthanasia law was passed in the U.S. in the state of New York. Euthanasia societies were formed in England in 1953 and in the U.S. in 1938 to promote progressive euthanasia. Even though the United States didn't really pass anything at that time, England was passing theirs, and Switzerland it was legal to really do euthanasia. The act of euthanasia is still questionable in recent cases. Examples of euthanasia: Terri Schiavo. Of course, with Terri Schiavo in 1990, she did have a respiratory and cardiac arrest at the same time, which caused her severe brain damage. But in 1998, her husband went to court to protest her not having her feeding tube. Don't get me wrong, she was brain dead and she was an invalid, but there's no way you would want to starve someone to death. If God wanted her to die, I hate to get on the religious note, He would have made her die in 1990. Terri Schiavo was supposed to be here for a reason. He wasn't done with her yet. Dr. Jack Kevorkian. He's always a character. A pathologist. He assisted in at least 130, as they know of, patients. Yes, he went to trial. But out of his 10 to 25 years, he served 8 years of his sentence. Dr. Kevorkian advertised his death consultations. How can you want to call a person to end your life? Chauncey Selbury. She was a retired French teacher in England. She had a rare, incurable form of cancer. She fought for the right to die. I know people go through all kinds of things, but I never knew anyone could want to just take. And I know the pain is unbearable, but let's think about your kids, your children. What will they do? Won't they miss you? Won't they need you? In conclusion, reasons against euthanasia. Euthanasia is a rejection of the importance of value of life. Euthanasia, you should value your life. Yeah, the doctor told you, yeah, you have 6 months to live. How would you treat that? Would you just fall out, bottom out? Or would you live your life to the fullest? Would you live every day like it's its last? And you still should do that now. Live life up. I'm not saying let's go splurge and do all kinds of things, but live life up. Euthanasia would only be for the people who have terminally ill. Would not only be for the people that have terminally ill diseases. More like if I came in knowing I had incurable terminal disease, but I could live with this disease for a long time. You choose to hinder me and either give me something to die there at the hospital, or maybe you just shoot me something that eventually kills me a little bit faster. But after researching euthanasia for the last week, I found a quote that kind of was interesting to me, and I'm going to read it to you. You matter because you are you. You matter to the end, to the last moment of your life. And we will do all we can to help you die peacefully, but also to live until you die. Now understand this. You matter because you are you. You matter in the last moment of your life. And it should be peaceful and enjoyable. Yes, we all have to die sometimes, but not by the hand of others, not to cause you death. It's just like stabbing me. It's just like killing me. It's just like shooting me. So I do matter, and you do also. Thank you.